Going on right here, though. Very bright.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Scott. Oh,
They gotta come with batteries.
The only bad thing with that, Marco, is now everybody knows your name. It's on TV.
I don't know what that was all about.
All they got-
okay, Big Poppy.
Even if they only remember Marco, the phone will still ring.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the May 15, 2017 Crest Hill City Council meeting to order. If everyone will please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Vicki.
Ray Solomon.
Here.
Glenn Conquin.
Present.
Scott Dyke.
Here.
John Verche. Barbara Scolaire.
Here.
Claudia Gazal.
Here.
Tina Oberlin.
Present.
Margot Cola DiPietro.
Here.
Nate Albert.
Here.
Tom Inman.
Here.
Okay, you have before you the minutes of the May 1st, 2017 Crest Hill City Council meeting. A motion would be in order.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Inman, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the minutes? Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scolaire.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cola DiPietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, as part of our business promotion this evening, we have a new business in the city of Crest Hill. It is the Crest Hill Cat and Dog Veterinarian Clinic located at 2351 Copper Court. And we have with us Dr. Anthony Wally. Doctor, please to the podium. The time is yours for telling us a little bit about your business.
Thank you for having me. My name is Anthony Wally, and my wife, Esther Ling, and I are owners and veterinarians at Crest Hill Cat and Dog Clinic. Our goal is to provide high-quality, vet services to Crest Hill and the surrounding areas. We've been steadily building our practice over the last 8 years, as far as what we can provide to people, as well as services that we have. Services that we provide include full line of preventative medicine. We do soft tissue, orthopedic, and dental surgery. We have digital and dental radiography. We have a doctor who does abdominal and cardiac ultrasounds, and we also provide alternative medicine such as acupuncture, therapeutic laser, and Chinese herbal medicine. We're very lucky to have, a great staff and a great client base. We have just recently moved to our new location on March 20th. We were actually at 2351 Copper Court. We moved right across the court. We have a new vet hospital that we just built. The hospital is definitely much larger. We have a much larger, waiting area. We have 6 exam rooms, and we also offer boarding and grooming. We are hosting a open house on June 4th between 1 and 4 p.m. And just to give a little back to the clients that we have, and also to introduce ourselves to to a community, to people in the community that don't know us. The open house will be kid and pet friendly. We'll have several kid friendly events, as well as refreshments. You guys will be able to tour our facility, and we'll also have several educational stations that kind of showcase our technicians' skills. And I will be hosting a teddy bear clinic, so if any kids have any stuffed animals that need to be repaired, I can do that for them as well. So and thank you very much for having me, and I hope to see all you guys there.
Well, I do have to pay you a compliment. The building that you built is beautiful. It's
Thank
a
you.
great addition to the area.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see the inside of it on June 4th.
Thank you.
I will tell you that, it's going to be a little tenacious summer with the road improvements that are going to be taken care of on Caton Farm Road, but it's going to be a major improvement to that area. So just have some patience with us. There's probably going to be a lot of dust and dirt and some lane closures for a lot of the summer, but the end project is going to be a big improvement. and
Right.
increase the safety and the traffic flow on Caton Farm Road.
Yep.
But as far as your business goes, I know you've been in Crest Hill for a while now,
Right.
and we certainly want to welcome you to the new site
Thank
and
you.
Wish you a long tenure here in the city of Crest Hill.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Anybody
it.
else, comments from city council?
Yeah.
I do have a question for you. What hours are you open?
We are open 9 to 6, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we're open 10 to 4 on Wednesday and 8 to 12 on Saturday.
8 to 12?
Yes.
Do you have to be a little kid for the teddy bear clinic?
No, anybody,
Okay.
anybody who has.
Anybody else?
You know, I've been taking my my little Pomeranian to you guys for the last 5-6 years. You know, stand-up job. Thank you
you.
for everything you've done.
Thank you very much. I
Good
remember
luck in the
that.
new location.
So, excuse me.
Good luck in the new location.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, doctor, and
All
good
right,
luck.
Thank you.
Have a nice night. Okay, I would ask for council's concurrence to go to the top of the agenda items under the mayor's report. We have a lot of several special guests in the audience this evening, but we certainly want to honor Dr. Mike Early from his retirement coming up here in about 6 weeks from Richland Grade School, and for the leadership he has shown to the several thousands of students that have gone through the doors at Richland Grade School since 2005. So what we would like to do first is to read the resolution, and it's been our tradition here for the past 8 years that all of the aldermen and women play a part in the reading of the resolution, so we'll begin with Alderman Dyke with that reading.
Resolution number 992, a resolution honoring Dr. Michael T. Early on his retirement as Superintendent of Richland School District 88A. Whereas Dr. Michael T. Early attended John F. Kennedy Catholic Grade School, graduated from Assumption High School in 1976, and received his Bachelor of Arts degree in Physical Education and Teaching from St. Ambrose College, Davenport, Iowa in 1981, and
Whereas Dr. Michael T. Early earned his Master's of Arts degree in Educational Leadership from Loras College in 1985 and was conferred his doctorate degree in Educational Leadership from Northern Illinois University in 2003, and whereas Dr. Michael T. Early, over his long and distinguished career, has served as a teacher and a coach at Loras College and the University of Wisconsin-Stout, as a graduate assistant at the University of Iowa, as a department chair and coach at Durant Community School District, and as principal at Yorkville High School, Lincoln Middle School in Schiller Park, and Heritage Grove Middle School in Plainfield, and
Whereas Dr. Michael T. Early has been inducted in the Assumption High School Athletic Hall of Fame in 1976 and St. Ambrose College Athletic Hall of Fame in 1991, and
Whereas Dr. Michael T. Early served as Superintendent of Richland School District 88A in Crest Hill from 2005 through 2017, supervised the opening of Richland Elementary Campus in 2007, and has received numerous letters of appreciation from the citizens of Crest Hill for his years of service. And whereas Dr. Michael T. Early will retire from Richland School District 88A on June 30th, 2017, and has during his 36 years of education shaped the lives of children and built a legacy of service and support to the students and staff of Richland School District 88A and the citizens of the city of Crest Hill.
now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and city council of the city of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, as follows. Section 1. The mayor and city council of the city of Crest Hill wish to express their heartfelt gratitude and profound expression of thanks to Dr. Michael T. Early for his dedicated years of service to the citizens of Crest Hill.
Section 2, the mayor and the city council extend their best wishes to Dr. Michael T. Early for a productive and joyous future and for his continued success in whatever endeavors he chooses.
Section 3, the Crest Hill City Clerk is directed to forward a certified copy of this resolution to Dr. Michael T. Early and make the original of this resolution available to members of the general public during normal business hours at the City of Crest Hill City Clerk's office. Resolved this 15th day of May, 2017, Vicki L. Hackney, City Clerk. Approved this 15th day of May, 2017, Raymond R. Solomon, Mayor.
Motion would be in order?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
We have motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Inman. Questions or comments to the motion? Roll call, please, Vicki.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Motion carries. As confirmed, resolution number is 992.
Certainly want to offer my congratulations personally and on behalf of all the citizens of the city of Crest Hill for everything that you have done for the past 15 years at Richland Grade School. You know, when I reached out to Mike and I says, hey, can you send me some information in regards to education and major accomplishments, there was quite a lot. I was impressed by the education level that you have and all the degrees that you have earned over your career, all of your schools that you had mentored and worked at, and as you continue to move up the ladder throughout all of the schools that you were at, and finally landing at Richland Grade School in 2005. For the work you did, for the passage of the referendum, for the addition of the new junior high building was under your watch, and that was a tremendous feat. That was very well done, and it was a great improvement to Richland School. And you know, I was impressed also by not only being a teacher and a mentor, but also a coach. And all of the sports, the wrestling, football that you coached during your tenure, for your teaching career of 37 years, that's a high compliment to you. You have touched thousands of lives. You have mentored thousands of lives over your career. And I'm sure that a lot of the students come back to you and you see them as now professionals in a lot of different fields that you can certainly be proud of. But you played a major role for all these years in mentoring those young men and women into the careers and the people that they are morally, ethically, and professionally. So for that, I am very honored and proud for what you have done, not only for the city of Crest Hill, but for all the municipalities that you worked with and the school districts that you worked with. But outside of that, I will tell you that I will always remember our friendship. I value friendship very much. I will not tell you any stories about what happened on the golf course. Those are private. But I will tell you that those were some great times between myself, Glenn Conklin, Gus Tomac, and you. Those are times that I will always remember for some laughs and for some good times of what took place on the golf course. I will tell you one quick story, though, that you know, it was Glenn and Mike representing Richland, and it was myself and Gus Tomac representing Cheney-Manji School District. And let's just say we had a little wager when we played, and it was like a penny a hole, okay? And this was at the police outing a couple of years ago, and Gus and I were just having a terrible day, and we were probably down about 8 or 9 cents. And so we're coming to the last hole, and you know, we agreed to play double or nothing on the last hole. And you play the best ball, you know, whoever hits the best ball on that team, and then each team plays that one through. So we're on the last hole on the green, everybody's there, and Gus and I are about 35 feet away, and Glenn and Mike are about 40 feet away. So, you know, we're feeling pretty good. Gus and I are feeling pretty good that we're going to break even for the day. And so Mike goes first. You know, the farthest ball away always goes first. So Mike shoots it 40 feet, and this thing goes straight, curves a little bit, and goes right into the hole. And we're like throwing our clubs and saying a few choice words. Mike just walks up there, picks up the ball, and he says, "Just the way I planned it." Remember that? So naturally to say, Gus and I lost about 18 cents that day. But that was just one story that I wanted to share with you. But on behalf of all the citizens, Mike, from the city of Crest, I certainly want to present this to you. Thank you for everything that you did for the city, for all those kids that you touched their lives, for all the administration that you touched their lives. To your wife, Gail, for the sacrifice, or Gay, all of the sacrifices that you made, your family made, for him being away at events, school, and everything else. It was all worth it. So and I understand you're retiring on June 30th also. I will tell you, my wife says every day Saturday, now that you're retired. So you guys are going to look forward to that. And God bless you. I wish you nothing but good health, success, and a long life. And thank you for everything you did for the city of Crest.
Thank you very much. I'm very humbled by Ray's words, but that 18 cents, I've got a $20 bill with Ray's name on it framed at home, so it's a little more than that. But no, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. I couldn't think of a better place to retire from, to have here. I think one of the nice things is, part of our mission at Richland is a close-knit community. And certainly that carries on beyond our school walls and into the community. Just to give you an example of how close-knit it is, Mr. Albert, Mr. Conklin, in addition to their roles here in the city, both served on our boards of education. So I find that very, when I see Dwayne's here, Ned's here, I really appreciate it. I have their phone numbers. If we need anything from the police, anything at all, we could call them, sometimes on non-working days. And I really appreciate that because of that close-knit and stuff, and to be able to work together for a common cause. Now, the other thing I just got to share with you, I got the job in 2005 and said, if you want to mentor Mr. Tomac, who's long-term superintendent at Cheney Manji. And so I started talking to Gus. I said, damn, so that bar didn't sit very high. But no, in honesty, Gus has been a good friend over the time. Like I said, it wasn't hard to look good standing next to Gus. But in all honesty, thank you very much. I am extremely humbled by these words here to see it right. Brent, wow, okay. That sounds pretty impressive. But thank you very much. I appreciate this honor. Again, I'm very humbled by this. My wife and I are going to become full-time grandparents, I think, as we go into this next chapter of our life, and we're really looking forward to that. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
I'm going to invite our treasurer, Glenn Conklin, to the podium, his good friend, and to say a few words. Glenn?
I'm going to save myself and Dr. Early the embarrassment. We'll handle that privately, but thank you.
Well, then for some comic relief, I'm going to invite Gus back to the podium, because I'm sure he's got some good stuff there.
Yeah, I do have a prepared statement. You betcha, Mike. I worked on it for the last 6 years. I was very impressed listening to that resolution because I'm just wondering, we're not only here to honor Mike and his ability to keep a job, but to hold. You had many jobs, Mike. It's amazing you even survived through all those jobs. Good evening, Mayor, members of council. I'm Gus Tomac, former superintendent of Cheney Manji School and a former colleague of your honoree tonight, Dr. Mike. It is a pleasure to be here, really indeed. I'm here to attest to the fine career of Dr. Mike and wish him luck, happiness, and some sage advice as he embarks on his new endeavor as a retired guy. A time to do nothing, a time to relax, a time to take naps during the day for no apparent reason, and a time to put off tasks for another day. Skills he honed and perfected through his whole career. Mike, some other things I would like to leave you with as you move down the road to perpetual shuffleboard. Number one, age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. And be nice to your kids, Mike, for they will be the ones choosing your nursing home. And a retired husband is often the wife's full-time job, but for Gabe, who is here tonight, I know Mike will continue to be a source of warmth on those cold winter nights and an ample source of shade during the summertime. And Mike, just a closing comment for you, aging gracefully is an art. And a nice way of saying to you, you will be slowly looking worse. Mike, congratulations on your retirement, especially for years of service in Crest Hill. It was always fun to work with you, as you were 100% dead serious about your tasks and engaged in your work, but thoroughly committed to having a good time. And we did. We definitely did. and I did too. You were a great choice for a superintendent of Richland School many moons ago, and your effective leadership has left a district in great shape on a variety of levels with a great future ahead for the kids, employees, and residents. For this council, and this is real, I really mean this, I congratulate you as well for continually supporting the endeavors, welfare, and successes of both your local grade schools. This ceremony tonight speaks volumes in how this city values the efforts of its local educational institutions, its personnel, and boards of education. Thank you. As administrators, this is very, very, very important to us, and you guys have been great. Mike, I wish you nothing but the best as you chase around your bucket list with Gabe. Enjoy the years ahead, and congratulations, my friend.
I have a confession to make. I invited Gus here tonight. Because I never seen two guys act so professional in school, in front of a group of people, and then when we were at events or golf courses or whatever, you two guys went back and forth like the Three Stooges. And it was great to see everybody kind of, taking their hats off, and those are some good times. So I apologize for having Gus here, because I knew it was going to be kind of like that. But I will now open it up to City Council. Anybody would like to make comments to Mike?
I would like to make a comment, Mayor, and actually I'd like to make it to you. Now that you're in the big bucks, you could probably go up to a nickel a hole.
That's right.
Good luck, Dr. Early. All the best.
Mike, like you mentioned, we served on the board together with Glenn, and nothing but utmost respect for you and what you've done for that school. I'm excited to have my kids start there in a couple of years, all because of the work you've done and the rest of the board. Gus, just Gus. Thank you. Good luck to you and Gabe. Good luck.
I'd just like to say thank you for your years of service. Both of my children graduated from Richland, and they received a great education there, so thank you very much.
Mike, it's been a lot of fun working with you over the years. We worked on a lot of good projects for the kids, and we always had their best interest at heart, but you did always make it very entertaining with your co-pilot back there. And remember, Gus, Cheney rocks, okay? So, best wishes to you. I hope you have a very long and fruitful retirement and enjoy those little babies when they come.
Now, my turn. Well, Dr. Early, you know how you've touched many hearts, especially my daughter. I don't know what's going to happen now that you're not going to be there, because her favorite thing is the birthday wish. She came the first year and she's like, Dr. Early himself wished me happy birthday. So that's like her favorite thing. And the Queen Ball. So this will be your last one. So I'll be there taking pictures of you. Thank you again for touching all the kids' life in that matter. So congratulations on your retirement and to your wonderful wife as well.
Congratulations. You've done an awesome job. You know, I have family members that have graduated from there, and they've done so wonderfully, and Richland was so much a big part of that. But, you know, I've known you throughout the years with all the field trips and craft days and everything else throughout the years. But you've done an awesome job, so enjoy your retirement, both of you.
Congratulations, and thanks for all you did for the school and the community. Appreciate everything you've done. Thank you.
I'd just like to say thank you. You've been a consummate professional. All my dealings with you have showed me what a top-notch guy you are. You're very respected in my book, and play heck fine and a finer man. Thank you for all you've done. Gus, 6 years?
Anybody else? City staff? Anybody from the audience? I know we have a lot of police officers in the room. Anybody would like to come to the podium? Make a comment for Mike. Okay. All right. How about one more round of applause? Okay, moving back to the top of the agenda, our city administrator, Heather McGuire. Good evening, Heather.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have several items for consideration this evening. The first two are tied together and are regarding the MFT program for the 2017-18 fiscal year. The first is the maintenance engineering to be performed by a consulting engineer. This would allow Christopher Burke to perform our maintenance for our MFT projects for this year. I would be seeking approval at this time.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Overland, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments on the motion?
I'm going to submit it to the...
Roll call, please, Vicki.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Thank you. The next item I have is a resolution for maintenance under the Illinois Highway Code, and this would include all of our budgeted items for this fiscal year to be included in our MFT program, and I would be seeking approval on that as well.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderwoman Sclair. Questions or comments for the motion? Roll call, please, Vicki.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution number is 994.
Thank you. The next item I have is a reciprocal agreement on exchange of information between the City of Crest Hill and the Illinois Department of Revenue. As council probably recalls, we have passed several of these agreements over the last few years since we entered into this agreement with IDOR in 2013. They do tend to renew this agreement and update it each year, so in order to continue to receive that sales tax data, we need to enter into this newest agreement.
Motion would be in order.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Cola DePietro. Questions or comments of the motion? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The next item I have is an updated agreement for our cable television franchise agreement by and between the City of Crest Hill and Comcast. Our current franchise agreement expires this summer, so to continue to receive that franchise fee, we do need to renew this agreement. In the form that's before you, this has been approved by the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus, and we are seeking approval as it is written.
I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
I could not locate in time the old one, but I was curious if the franchise fees,
5% is the federal maximum that we can do. That's controlled by federal law, so that's the most we can do.
and the part about if it goes down, if the other people that provide the service goes down, their rate will go down? Is that what that's saying?
Can you show me which section you're referencing?
Hold on.
It's page 7, section 5, maybe? Franchise fees?
Wish I would have circled it. It almost seemed like it could go down, but not up.
I said there's section of 5.1.1, it says that if for some reason we are allowed to go above that 5%, we could do that if we hold a public hearing on it. I don't know if that's the section you're referencing.
Oh, the next one, 5.12. Reduce the franchise fee.
Yeah, so basically if they change that maximum allowable, then we would have to reduce ours accordingly.
So even though this was in play, we'd have to lower it.
Correct, and that's unfortunately set by federal law, so they trump anything that
So
we would
this
do.
has changed since our original agreement then?
Correct.
Because I know a lot of this seems very different to me.
Yes.
Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Or motion?
No, there's no motion yet.
I need a motion
So
then.
moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Overland, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments on the motion for the Comcast franchise agreement? Roll call, please.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And the final item I have for consideration is the non-union salary adjustments, and this is per the work session held on May 8th. And I would be seeking the increases as detailed on the attached chart to that memo.
Motion would be in order.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Inman, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the non-union salaries adjustments? Roll call, please, Vicki.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro,
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
No.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That was the final item I had this evening, and just for informational purposes, we do have a work session scheduled for May 22nd. The current topics include the Rich Products Discharge Agreement, as well as the Public Works Building. I'd be happy to answer any other questions at this time.
Well, just for the benefit of, like Marco doesn't know because he wasn't up here, Nate may very well be aware, but I'm not sure, but Marco just wanted to know if other people who provide those services like AT&T within the city are required to pay that, and I said yes, they are required to pay the same amount as Comcast to us for anybody who has their services. So-
Correct, and they're essentially paying us to use our right-of-way to install and run their lines and maintain their
But
services.
that's good to make that known so
Yes.
that we know everybody's paying that, not just
Correct.
Comcast.
Yes.
Okay, any other questions of city administrator?
I have a question, or a recommendation.
Sure.
There's any way you can put next, work session, some information about executive session rules and regulation? And can you also include the, a copy of the, state statute
Sure.
as well
I c- yeah,
for that? I
I
would
can
appreciate
absolutely add
that.
Sure.
Okay.
Anybody else? Okay, thanks, Heather. Moving on, Public Works Department, our Director of Public Works, Tony Therese. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This evening, I have 3 items on the agenda for your consideration. If I may, however, start with a proclamation for the National Public Works Week. And I would read this proclamation. Whereas public works services provided in our community are an integral part of our citizens' everyday lives, and whereas the support of an understanding and informed citizenry is vital to the efficient operations of public works systems and programs such as electricity, water, sanitary sewers, storm sewers, streets and highways, public buildings, and solid waste collection. And whereas health and safety and comfort of this community greatly depends on these facilities and services. And whereas the quality and effectiveness of these facilities, as well as their planning, design, and construction, are vitally dependent upon the efforts and skill of public works officials. And whereas the efficiency of the qualified and dedicated personnel who staff public works departments is materially influenced by the people's attitude and understanding of the importance of the work they perform. Now, therefore, I, Raymond R. Solomon, by virtue of the powers vested in me as Mayor of City of Crest Hill, along with the members of the City Council, do hereby designate and proclaim the week of May 21st, 2017 through May 27, 2017 as National Public Works Week in the City of Crest Hill. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the corporate seal of the City of Crest Hill this 15th day of May 2017, signed Raymond R. Solomon, Mayor.
So moved as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments of the motion in regards to the proclamation for National Public Works Week? Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
I would like to add that we have a very dedicated Public Works Department and very deserving of that, and I hope you let them know that.
Certainly do. Thank you very much.
I echo those sentiments. A lot of hardworking men in Public Works, and I certainly want to say thanks and my gratitude for all the work that they do during some very trying weather conditions most times, especially in the winter seasons and during the rain seasons. So hats off to each and every one of them.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. First item for your consideration is the Wilcox Roadway and Water Improvement Project. Bids were open on April 25th. Bid openings for the Wilcox Street Roadway and Water Improvement Project were done. Attached are the engineer's summary of the 3 companies that bid and their bid amount. After reviewing the information, engineers have recommended the project be awarded to the lowest bidder, Austin Tyler Construction. I am asking for the council's approval in order to start moving with this project.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderman Albert, for the awarding of the bid to Austin Tyler for the Wilcox Street roadway and water main improvement projects. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Marco Colapietro?
Yes.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The next item I will defer to the Water and Sewer Director of Public Works, Mr. Mark Seifert, to summarize the phosphorus optimization implementation plan.
Thank you, Tony, and good evening, Mayor and Council. As we talked about in the work session, as part of the NPDES permits for the east and west water reclamation plants, we are required to perform a phosphorus optimization implementation plan along with a phosphorus feasibility study. This would look at the removal of phosphorus down to a 1.0, a 0.5, and a 0.1 milligram per liter. We are requesting that the Public Works Department contract with Strain & Associates to develop these 4 studies that are required per our NPDES permits for a total price of $89,000, and I'm asking your approval of this contract.
Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Scler, seconded by Alderman Inman. Questions or comments of the motion? Roll call, please.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Marco Colapietro?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
The final item for your consideration this evening is the sidewalk program. Staff is recommending contracting with an outside company to perform a condition rating survey of the sidewalk located in Crest Hill. The survey is to provide the city with a comprehensive list of sidewalks in each city ward with a condition rating of each sidewalk panel. We have contacted 2 companies that provide this type of work, Hard Rock Concrete Cutters and Safe Step LLC. Hard Rock Concrete Cutters were the low bid at $78 per mile. We're estimating 45 miles roughly of sidewalk throughout the city. The total cost of the survey will be $3,510. And we request approval for staff to go ahead and recommend contracting with Hard Rock Concrete Cutters to perform condition rating survey for the Crest Hill Sidewalk Program.
Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Inman, seconded by Alderwoman Scler. Questions or comments of the motion for the sidewalk program?
Mayor, just one question. I know we're excluding Ward 1, and we talked about that. But how many more miles are we talking with Ward 1 if we were to include it on here? Is it substantial, or is it?
That is something that we are having our intern engineers give us and roll off those sidewalks so we have an accurate number. I'd hate to give you a definite number, but it's, as soon as I do get that, I'll certainly pass it along.
Okay. All right,
That's probably one of the areas that has non-sidewalks because lack of curb and gutters.
Right.
So,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome, sir.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I just, looking at the cost, $3,500, which comes out to $1,170 a ward. I mean, I know in the past, us aldermen have gone around and made recommendations every year as to what sidewalks need replacing, and I just don't think it's money we need to spend. We could use it for something else. Myself personally, that's what I think. And we're not going to do all the sidewalks in 1 year anyway. So, I mean, each year, you know, you're chipping away at what sidewalks are being done. So I don't see a need to be spending $1,170 to have this done when we could take a little time. It only took me a few hours to go through my ward and see the sidewalks and come up with what sidewalks were the worst. So I don't see that being worthwhile. I'm sorry.
Any other questions?
Well, although I do agree with a lot of what you said, Scott, and I was apprehensive myself in the beginning, and I don't know that this is something I would want to pay for every year. I think as a base, it might be a great thing to get a good view, at least this first time, to see what kind of results we get and what kind of study, what it tells us. I'm not necessarily saying we should do this every year, but I think for at least the first year, to give us something to work with and see how it assists us, I think it would be a good thing.
I agree, just for the first year, it's a good thing to do, but not every year. You were considering to do that every year?
No, this
Oh,
would be
okay.
the first time.
All right.
Got the same grader, too.
Roll call.
Scott Dyke?
No.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Marco Cole Pietro?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Barbara Scolare?
Yes.
Motion carries.
That's all I have for this evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you very much.
Okay, and all of those things that we talked about, all 4 agenda items were discussed last Monday night at our work session, in depth also. Any questions or comments of Tony? All right, thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Moving on to Community Development Department, our Economic Development Director, Scott McMaster. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have no agenda items this evening, but I would like to note that we will be holding a ribbon cutting ceremony for the La Chicanita Bakery that is in the Hillcrest Shopping Center opposite Food for Less. That will be this upcoming Friday, May 19th at 10 a.m. All are invited. So with that, I'll answer any questions.
Any questions of Scott?
Does that have anything to do with the one on the corner, or that's totally different owner?
That's a completely different business,
Completely
yeah.
different? Okay.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Moving on, our Police Department, our Police Chief, Ed Clark. Good evening, Ed.
Evening, Mayor and Council. I do not have anything on the agenda this evening. Just want to remind everybody, on Friday, we're having Cop on the Rooftop at the Dunkin' Donuts down the street on Plainfield Road from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you can stop by and donate to Special Olympics of Illinois, we would appreciate it.
That this Friday?
Yes.
Okay, any questions of Police Chief?
Just a little comment, Mayor, if I could. Little hats off to Sergeant Hicks for helping out one of my neighbors.
Okay.
The next door neighbor, his mother-in-law lives across the street. She just recently got one of those life alert type things. It was a defective model and ended up calling 911 3 or 4 times. Sergeant Hicks came out and assisted in a very professional manner and helped them out with the equipment. So, thank you.
Very good. He's in the audience, so nice job.
Anybody else?
Oh, did you get any more calls on that thing that I called you about?
I've
Because
gotten different ones. but
I talked to somebody else today who said they got one of those, and I thought it was really, yeah. They live in Joliet, not Crest Hill, but I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's, there's a variety of those calls.
Well, I'm going to state it out loud for people, just to be safe, because I think it's kind of another scam that's going to be hitting the main frame. But I got a call today on my home phone saying that my computer, my Microsoft licensing was expiring on my computer. And you could tell it was a robocall. You could tell it was one of those scams. And I didn't even wait to hear what they told me I needed to do. I just hung up. But then I *69 and got the phone number, and I called the chief here to tell him, because I'm sure they're going to start doing this to everyone. And there are a lot of people that right away they hear that and they're going to freak out. And the next thing you know, they're going to get hooked into something. So just beware. You know, these calls, if you don't know who that person is calling you, just hang up.
Yeah, they won't be calling you.
Yeah, yeah.
I got one of those last month.
Did you? Well, see, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, thanks, Ed. Moving on to the mayor's report. We already took care of the resolution honoring Dr. Early. We have before you a resolution declaring the week of May 14th through May 20th, 2017 National Police Week in the city of Crest Hill. Unfortunately, in our 57-year history here at the city of Crest Hill, we lost 2 officers killed in the line of duty. Officer Jim Nink and Sergeant Tim Simonson were both slain on duty and paid the ultimate sacrifice to secure the freedoms that we enjoy today. So with that, we certainly want to honor all of our police officers. We have several of them in the audience tonight, our men and women of the police department. We certainly want to honor them with this resolution and also honor both Sergeant Simonson and Officer Nink for their sacrifices that they made also. So I would ask that our Police Chief Ed Clark to please read the resolution for passage.
Thank you. Resolution number 993, a resolution declaring the week of May 14th through May 20th, 2017 National Police Week in the city of Crest Hill. Whereas the city of Crest Hill is faithfully served by the officers of its police department, men and women who diligently perform their assigned duties to maintain peace and justice in the city of Crest Hill. And whereas the police officers of the city of Crest Hill are of great strength and character, placing their personal safety on the line every shift in order to preserve the peace and enforce the laws of the state of Illinois and the ordinances of the city. And whereas it is appropriate in the week of national recognition of the efforts of all police officers, federal, state, and local, to similarly acknowledge the work of police officers by the declaration of a week in their honor. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the city and by the mayor, and city of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, as followed. Section 1, that the mayor and city council of the city of Crest Hill declare that the week of May 14th through May 20th, 2017 be and is hereby declared National Police Week in the city of Crest Hill, Illinois, in honor of all police officers nationwide, but especially in recognition of the efforts of our very own members of the City of Crest Hill Police Department. Section 2, that the mayor and city council of the City of Crest Hill declare that May 14th, 2017 be and is hereby declared National Peace Officers Memorial Day in the City of Crest Hill in honor of all police officers killed in the line of duty, especially James Nink and Timothy Simonson. Section 3, the City of Crest Hill clerk is directed to make the original resolution available to the members of the general public during normal business hours at the Crest Hill City Clerk's office. Resolved this 15th day May 2017, Raymond R. Solomon, Mayor, Vicky Hackney, City Clerk.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderman Albert. Questions or comments to the motion? Roll call, please.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
Marco Colapietro?
Yes.
We gotta shorten that name, Marco. Tom Inman?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution number is confirmed as 993.
I do want to say, Ed, before I open it up to council, thank you to all of our police officers, past, present, for your commitment, your dedication, your loyalty to the city of Crest Hill. Thank you for the sacrifices that not only you make, but your family members make. Thank you for keeping us safe during all hours of the day, especially at night when we sleep. I will tell you, we're very, very grateful for what you do. You know, the police officers with the world today are not highly respected, but I think for the most part, that is a small majority of people. I think that most people certainly respect and honor the profession that you do. So thank you for everything that you do, not only for the citizens of Crest Hill, but to all our visitors that pass through this city every day. And I pray that each one of you are kept safe and you return home to your families after your shifts, and God bless each and every one of you. And I will open up for council if they would like to make any comments.
Well, I would also like to say that we're very fortunate in having such a wonderful police group in Crest Hill. I always get compliments from people in the public about how wonderful you are, how well you respond when there's car accidents, which there seems to be an awful lot of lately, and how helpful you and caring you are, and you go that extra mile. And a lot of times they don't even know that I'm a council member when they tell me this. So that really says a lot. It's one thing when they tell me knowing it, but it's another thing when they're just in my place of business and telling me what a great job that police officer just did. So that really says a lot about our policemen and women here, and I appreciate everything you all do, and thank you very much for such dedication.
Anybody else?
I agree with everything you said, Tina. My memories of the Crest Hill Police Department goes back to leaning on Officer Joe Pez's car when I was on my bicycle at Richland School watching him catch speeders coming down Caton Farm Road. Ever since then, I have the utmost respect for all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Truly a class act. Appreciate all you do every day. Thank you.
I also agree with everything that's been said, Tina and Nate, and gentlemen and ladies, we appreciate everything that you do, and keep up the great work. Again, as was said, we get nothing but compliments on you people, and it's constant.
Yes, thank you very much for keeping our citizens and all our families safe on a daily basis.
I also agree with everything that everyone says, and I want to say thank you, God bless you, and protect you.
I also want to agree with everything everyone else has said, and you guys do a great job. Guys and gals, you do a great job. Thank you, and it's very much appreciated.
Thanks for all you do for the community, for all our residents, for everybody. I have a utmost more respect for what you do after my son had to go through the police academy to become an officer, so I see what more is involved with what you had to do to become what you are, so I really do appreciate it. Thanks.
Anything else, Ed? That's all? Any questions of Ed? Okay, thank you. Moving on to the mayor, we are on the mayor's report.
Hello, Mayor.
We did discuss this at the last work session last week. There are several reappointments to commissions from the office of the mayor. I will tell you that we have several before you this evening, so we're going to start first with the Police Pension Board. Russell Jones has agreed to serve another 2-year term on the Police Pension Board, which will expire on May 1st, 2019. Russ was appointed in 2013 and will be serving his third 2-year term. His reappointment will take place tonight at the May 15th City Council meeting and will be for 2 years until May 1st of 2019, and I ask for your concurrence.
So move. Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Inman, seconded by Alderman Albert for the reappointment of Russ Jones to the Police Pension Board. Questions or comments? Roll call, please, Vicki.
Margaret Cole DiPietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We have a reappointment to the Civil Service Commission in the name of James Colby. Jim has agreed to serve another 3-year term on the Civil Service Commission, which would expire on May 1st, 2020. Jim was appointed in 2002, and he'll be serving his 6th 3-year term. I ask for your concurrence.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderwoman Oberlin. Questions or comments for the reappointment of Jim Colby? Roll call, please.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Cole DiPietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Motion carries.
In regards to the Plan Commission, I would ask for the reappointment of Jan Plateau to the Plan Commission. Jan was appointed in January of 2016 to serve a medical leave of a previous commissioner. He has served in that capacity for the past 19 months. Jan will be serving his first 3-year term on the Plan Commission, which would expire on May 1st, 2020. I ask for City Council's concurrence in the reappointment of Jan Plateau to the
So
Plan.
moved, Mayor. Second.
Second.
We have motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderman Albert. Questions or comments of the motion? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Cole DiPietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
In regards to liquor commissioners, these are concurrent with the term of the mayor. Vic Pavlich has agreed to serve another 4-year term as liquor commissioner, which will expire on May 1st, 2021. Vic has served as liquor commissioner for the past 45 years. I ask for your concurrence on the reappointment of Vic Pavlich for another 4-year term to a deputy liquor commissioner.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
I have a motion by Alderwoman Sclair, seconded by Alderman Albert for the reappointment of Vic Pavlich. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cole DiPietro.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Vic is in the audience. Vic, would you like to say anything? 45 years, young man, you can have the podium.
I'm not going to the podium, but anyway, thank you very much, Mayor, for your appointment to the council.
He can do what he wants.
That's it.
You just set the record. Nobody tells the mayor I'm not going to put, but you did.
5 mayors now?
Yeah.
Vic has served under 5 mayors for 45 years as deputy liquor commissioner, so thank you, and you have that job as long as I'm the mayor, you have that job, sir. Also, I would ask for the reappointment of Mike Gale as deputy liquor commissioner. Mike has agreed to serve another 4-year term as liquor commissioner, which will expire on May 1st, 2021. Mike has served as liquor commissioner for the past 8 years. He's gained tons of knowledge from Vic Pavlich and everything he's dealt with for 45 years, so I would ask for your concurrence for the reappointment of Mike Gale for another 4-year term.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments to the motion for the reappointment?
Was that Scalera or Gazal?
So,
Okay, I'm sorry. Barbara Scalera.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Colo DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, and in regards to the Plan Commission with Alderman Albert taking this seat 2 weeks ago, there is an opening for his slot in the Plan Commission, and also Plan Commissioner Evans will be tendering his resignation letter. So if anybody would like to apply for a position on the Plan Commission, I also reach out to City Council. If City Council knows anybody that would like to apply to fill those 2 open spaces on the Plan Commission, please contact City Hall. There is a short application, and you need to turn in a resume with that. You can also get the application online under the website of City of Crest Hill. So if council knows of anybody, please pass this along. If anybody is interested in applying for the position, we'll go through an interview process, and I will pick the most qualified individual for those positions. With that, I'm going to go to the podium for the next 2 appointments. This is a special night in the city of Crest Hill. We're going to make 2 very important appointments this evening, one for city administrator and one for police chief. And as city council knows, when we made the salary adjustments 2 years ago, we all agreed that these are the 2 top spots in the city of Crest Hill, the first being the city administrator's role. So we certainly will do them separately, and we're going to begin here with the appointment of a new city administrator for the city of Crest Hill. And I will say that we did discuss this also at last week's work session on May 8th for the appointment of the city administrator. Just a little background. On September 19th, 2016, we all decided as a group that it was in the best interest of the city to approve Heather McGuire as our interim city administrator. At that point in time, I felt that Heather was the most qualified individual for that role, and she has not disappointed me. She has filled that role very well for the past 8 months. We had the opportunity, of looking at Heather for the past 8 months as an on-site job interview on a daily basis. And we had that opportunity, which was very good for the city of Crest Hill, because not only the mayor, but the city council, citizens had the opportunity to observe an 8-month job interview. And again, I will tell you that Heather has not disappointed me in the role that she has played as interim city administrator for the last 8 months. I will tell you what I have learned, some things that I've always known about Heather, that Heather always has conducted herself and presented herself in a very professional manner for the 4 years that she's been here. She has always been a conscientious employee. She's been a very loyal employee to the city of Crest Hill for the past 4 years. She is a very organized individual. She's a highly educated individual. She is a self-motivated individual. She is dedicated to the city of Crest Hill with her loyalty and the amount of work hours that she puts in after hours for all of us in this city. She's a very competent employee, and she is very courteous and respectful to both staff and to our residents. She deals with problems promptly and efficiently with the department heads and issues that arise on a daily basis. I could tell you I see this for the amount of time that I am here I've had the opportunity, her office is right next to mine, and I can hear her on the phone. I've sat in many meetings with her. I can tell you I am impressed by the way she handles herself, by the confidence that she shows in meetings when we are with developers and with whoever else we're meeting with, whether it's liquor hearings or whatever. She is very confident, and she is very knowledgeable of all the situations, and she's able to answer the questions. One of the best moves that this city ever made was 4 years ago when we did hire her as city attorney. But she has grown into other aspects of the job in addition to city attorney. And all of these qualities that she has shown over the last 4 years and 8 months now as city administrator, I will tell you that I personally am very impressed with her. When she first started here, she had assumed the additional responsibilities of our HR director, which we never had before, and also as assistant city administrator, both under John Tomasoski and under Jim Elmquist. She was kind of the right-hand woman to both of them when, behind the scenes, kind of doing a lot of the follow-up work for the city administrator when we had both of them here. She has always played an integral role, as I said, in city business. She's been involved in all the projects that we have in the past 4 years, and she's been involved in all of the current projects that we are currently working on. And she's been involved in all the legal matters. She's kept us out of a lot of lawsuits with the legalities that she's worked on, with the ordinances that have been drafted here in the last 4 years. So she is an invaluable asset to this city. She's been involved in the budget preparations that we've had for the past 4 years. And I think everybody realizes that there must be that relationship between mayor and city administrator. And I will tell you that over the past 8 months, I have developed that relationship with Heather. I've gotten a lot closer to her, and I'm sure she has gotten a lot closer to me. She knows my little idiosyncrasies and everything else, that's good. I think I've said this before, that the mayor and the city administrator have to fit like a hand in a glove. And I think that we have that relationship. We've developed that relationship over the last 8 months. So I am confident, ladies and gentlemen, that she will continue to represent the city and represent herself in a very professional manner. And she has earned my respect. She has earned my trust. She has earned my confidence in what she does on a daily basis for this city. So with those things said, I highly recommend that this city council approve Heather McGuire for the role of city administrator for the next 4 years for the city of Crest Hill. With that being said, I would ask for a motion for the appointment of Heather McGuire as city administrator for Crest Hill.
So moved as
Second.
presented.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Marco Colapietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Absolutely, yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Congratulations, kid.
I now ask that you have a resolution before you, a resolution authorizing the execution of an employment contract for Heather McGuire. This was discussed in executive session at the last work session on May 8th.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderwoman Scolaire. Questions or comments to the motion for the resolution honoring the contract for Heather McGuire? Roll call, please.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Colapietro.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution number is 995.
With that being said, I would like Heather McGuire to join me at the podium, and I would ask that our city clerk, Vicki Hackney, please join us at the podium. Our city clerk, Vicki Hackney, will now swear in Heather as our new city administrator.
Raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, Heather McGuire,
having been appointed to the office of city administrator
having been appointed to the office of city
in
administrator
the city of Crest Hill,
in the city of Crest Hill,
in the county of Will,
in the county of Will,
and the state of Illinois,
in the state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of city administrator to the best of my ability.
of city administrator to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
I just want to first start by thanking council for this opportunity. I'm really excited to take on this new role officially and continue the work that we've been doing here for the last 8 months and even before me that has been started by previous administrations. I think there are a lot of positive things going on in the city of Crest Hill and a lot of opportunities, and I'm looking forward to being part of them. So thank you very much for this opportunity and your confidence in me. I also wanted to thank my parents are here, my mom Pam and my dad Pat, and I just wanted to thank them for their support over the years, and I just wanted to thank especially my dad for being here right now. He just had surgery a couple months ago and is in the middle of chemo, so he's fighting cancer right now and fighting it like a trooper. And then I also, last but not least, want to thank my fiance Jesse for being here and supporting me through all those long nights and while I'm answering emails at dinner and you just kind of stop talking and let me finish answering my emails and are patient with me. So thank you very much and look forward to becoming your wife in just about 3 weeks now. So thank you. So thank you again, everybody. I really appreciate it.
So you are Jesse's girl.
Wow.
Any comments from council?
Well, Heather, I knew when you first came here that we had somebody very, very, very smart in our midst. And we were used to a lot of the snow-covered elderly gentlemen representing the city, and in the middle of all that was you. So I think that even way back then, you had a spark and you had determination, and you've always shown your competence and your intelligence. And the first woman in this role, I expect greatness out of you. And I know you're not going to let me down, but I still expect it.
Absolutely.
So good luck to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Heather. We have seen you in action, and we are all very, very proud of the job you've done, and I know that you know that. And to your family, congratulations to you folks, too. And thank you for giving us Heather, because we'd be in trouble without her. Good luck in the marriage, too, my friend.
Yeah, with those llamas.
You know, Heather, like I mentioned at the work session, we haven't worked together all too long in this type of environment, but you've always just shown professionalism, and I really respect that, so I look forward to working with you.
I look forward to working with you also, just the short time that we had a couple weeks ago. You showed a great knowledge of the city, and I appreciate everything you've done.
Like I said in the work session, I told you probably before, I underestimate you when you first came as an attorney, and I'm glad I was wrong. You have proved above and beyond all the work, how professional you are, how determined, and you have taken us to the next level. So I look forward to continuing working with you. And to the parents, you have raised an amazing daughter, You must be very, very proud. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations. You've done a great job so far, and I have no doubt that that will continue. So again, congratulations.
Congratulations, seeing you grow from when you first started here like a rookie, and now you're a veteran, and you've taken on many different roles and seeing you grow with each one of them. So it's obvious that, this is where you belong, and we're lucky to have you, and thank you.
I will extend to our recently retired clerk of the Circuit Court, Pam McGuire, our father Pat. We're fiancee Jesse, if anybody would like to come to the podium and say a few words. Pam? Come on, Pam. Tell us, Pam. Retirement's like Saturday every day, right?
That's true, it is.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I just want to thank you all for giving Heather the opportunity to learn and grow in the city, and I know she loves the job. She loves working with all of you. You've all made the right decision, and I am so proud of you.
Jesse?
Maybe if I could.
Sure.
Heather, on behalf of the clerk's office, we really look forward to continuing working with you. You've been an asset to us, as we know. And I'm very proud to swear in the first woman city administrator in the history of Crest Hill. So I think that's wonderful. So
It's a good start to the next.
it's a great start to the next step. But we're, like I said, we're looking forward to working with you, continued relationship that we've had. Thank you so much.
Okay, Heather, I look forward to the next 4 years. I think we're some exciting times coming along here, and I look forward to working with you for the next 4 years. So congratulations to you. Moving on to the next one. Next appointment is for Police Chief, and we have here this evening Ed Clark and a lot of his family members. We are also surrounded by many of the men and the women of the Crest Hill Police Department. I think that in itself speaks volumes for the appointment that we are about to make here for Ed Clark as Police Chief, to show the respect and for the honor that our officers have for Ed. So I thank each and every one of you for being here this evening, because I think that's a great show of support. We're also honored to have with us our another retiree. Must be retirement night here, Dwayne Wilkerson, retired chief from October 17th of 2016. In the audience, he gave 30 years of service to the city of Crest Hill, and his wife Bobby, so welcome, and you're always welcome at City Hall here, both of you. And when Dwayne did retire on October 17th, 2016, we then appointed Ed Clark as our interim police chief. Actually, we appointed him on October 3rd. Dwayne retired on October 17th. Ed took over from them. So again, we had the benefit of a 7-month on-the-job interview with Ed for 7 months. And I will tell you that Ed did not disappoint me over those last 7 months, because he has conducted himself and he has presented himself over the last 7 months in a very professional manner also. He, again, is a very conscientious employee. He's a loyal employee. He's a dedicated employee. He's given 18 years of his police career here to the city of Crest Hill. He has shown me, which, again, did not surprise me, he has shown me that he is competent in the role as police chief for the last 7 months. He is an effective leader to the men and women of our police department. I have seen him be courteous and respectful to many people, but I will also say this, that I term Ed as being fair but very firm. And he's very firm in his decisions when we sit here in liquor hearings or liquor meetings or any other thing we're involved in with the police department. I've seen him in action. I've seen him how he interacts with people that are in the meetings, and I will say that he is very firm, but he's very fair with the individuals, and I think that's a good quality for police chief. He has 20 years of police experience in addition to the 18 years that he has here. He started here in 1999. He had 2.5 years at the Barrington Police Department, so he's 20.5 years of experience. Here at Crest Hill, he started out and he worked 3 years in the patrol division. He had 4 years in investigations. He had 3 years as sergeant, and most recently he's had 8 years as deputy chief, and then the last 7 months as interim police chief. So he is a well-rounded individual when it comes to police work. I will tell you some of the things that when I first interviewed Ed for the position that I was impressed with, was he talked about community policing, something that I believe in that we need to do in this city a little bit more effectively than we have. He knows the officers very well. His 8 years as deputy chief under Dwayne Wilkerson has molded him into being ready what I term being ready to represent the city of Crest Hill as our police chief. And again, the 7 months that we have had as him as the interim position, I think he has shown all of us, by the way he has acted here, by the way he has interacted with city council, by the way I have interacted with him over the last 7 months. My relationship with him is a lot closer than it was. And again, I think that relationship between mayor and police chief has to be there too. There has to be the trust, there has to be the confidence both that the mayor has in the police chief and that the police chief has in the mayor. And I think we have developed that over the last many years, but especially over the last 7 months, that we have that relationship between the two of us. He possesses the character traits that I look at for an appointment in a police chief, that a police chief will not do anything to get the city of Crest Hill in trouble. He will not do anything illegal. He will not do anything immoral. He will not do anything unethical. I know he will not do those things. So I have confidence that he will lead this police department in a very progressive, in a very proactive, and a very good way to the citizens of Crest Hill and to the men and women of our police department. I do feel that it is good to promote from within if you have the right person, if you have the qualified individual to make the move up the ranks to be the police chief. He has also shown his commitment, his dedication, his loyalty, and his passion. I will say that he has passion to be the police chief for the city of Crest Hill. So he has accepted the challenge, and he's willing to take on the duties and the responsibilities and the liabilities of being a police chief. He knows this department inside and out. He knows their strengths. He knows their weaknesses. I believe he is the right choice to lead us for the next 4 years in the city of Crest Hill. And again, just as Heather, he has earned my trust, he has earned my confidence, and he has earned my respect over the last 7 months that he is competent and he is professional and he can lead this police department for the next 4 years. So I am confident also that he will continue to represent this city in a very professional manner, and I highly recommend the city council for the appointment of Ed Clark as our police chief. I would ask for a motion.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
We have motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Inman for the appointment of Ed Clark as police chief for the city of Crest Hill. Questions or comments for the motion? Roll call, please.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And again, we discussed this at our September 8th work session, in executive session also, but I would ask for a resolution authorizing the execution of an employment contract for Edward L. Clark III.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments for the resolution? Roll call, please.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution number 996.
With that, I would ask that our new police chief please join us at the podium along with our city clerk. Getting deputized.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Edward Clark,
having been appointed to the office of Chief of Police
have been appointed to the office of Chief of Police
in the city of Crest Hill,
in the city of Crest Hill,
in the county of Will,
in the county of Will,
and state of Illinois,
in the state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Chief of Police to the best of my ability.
of Chief of Police to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
His wife is now going to pin him with the 4 stars on his lapel.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully.
Go deep. Dangerous job.
Just stick it in his neck.
The mayor was saying well-rounded. I was wondering where he was going with that. Thanks, Mayor and Council. I do appreciate the faith and confidence you have in me to take on this responsibility. I'd like to thank retired Chief Dwayne Wilkerson for his guidance and support throughout the years. I'd like to thank my family for all their support. They're here tonight. I'd like to thank my wife Tina for her love and steady support for the last 20 years of my career. And everybody knows if you're a spouse of a police officer, it can be very stressful. And hold on. All the men and women here of the city of Crest Hill who tirelessly serve and protect the city. Thank you.
Yeah. Come on, Tina.
And first of all, thank you, Council,
Come on up here.
for
Come
every
on up
help.
here. You're not Big Tablet 25 years.
You're not big. Right. You're no big
Oh, I
tablet.
can't tell you no either.
Oh, no.
I just want to thank you so much for allowing him to do this job. I mean, it is hard on me, it's hard on Lindsay, so thank you again, and we will support him 100%, I promise you that, okay? And then we have our daughter Lindsay. No, she didn't. Our grandson Jason had to be out in the hallway because he was making too much noise, sorry about that. Ed's mother Betty and his brother Earl. Thanks for coming, guys.
Anybody? Betty, Earl, on the podium? Come on, Betty.
I would like to say.
You have to come up here, though, so they can hear you on the microphone.
Well, they'll hear me. No, Eddie always wanted to be a policeman, always, forever. And when he read about his, I don't know, uncle, great-uncle, Jim Clark, was it? And he got a book, they had a book on him in the Joliet Police Department. It just kind of just went, and he just loved it. And every time, and he doubled up in junior college so that a couple of his prerequisites could be used simultaneously to get his double degree in criminal justice and law enforcement. So, and he got real good grades, and I'm real proud of that. And I do want to say that his daddy would be very, very proud. Thank you.
Thank you. I would ask if any of our past or present officers would like to come to the podium to say anything. Dwayne? Good seeing you, young man. There's another guy every day Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, pick the right guy. He was terrific with me for 8 years, actually longer than that, but 8 years as a deputy chief, and a man I could always rely on. Him and Brad both were two people that I could always rely on no matter what. And he loves the city, he loves what he does, and I don't think you can ask for anything more from anybody who loves their job. So, congratulations, Ed. Good luck.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Are
Ladies,
we gonna
gentlemen?
hear from the little guy?
You heard all
Any of the police officers? I will open up the city council for any comments.
Ed, I just would like to say congratulations. We appreciate what you do. Your ability to communicate with all of us constantly has been tremendous, and we really, really appreciate that. Keep up the great work, Ed.
Thanks, Tom.
Ed, you know, I've brought this up before. When my father passed back in March, I can't believe how the outpouring of support that you showed me, calling in on me and checking up on me. I appreciate that. I will never forget that. I wasn't an alderman, I was just a candidate. So thank you. Thank you for being a friend, and good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Look forward to working with you a short time and in the future. And I appreciate all the officers that came out to support you. It just reinforces the council's decision to make you the chief.
Thank you.
Well, Ed, even though you're not a female, I'm still gonna expect great things out of you, okay? I'm gonna hold you to the same standards as I'm
Just a little low.
gonna hold her, but I feel you'll do it, and I hope we get to Springfield again.
Yes.
Right, Glenn?
No, not with that guy.
Ed, congratulations. I want to thank you personally for when I was diagnosed with cancer and I had my surgery. You took the time to call me a couple times, so I appreciate that. That meant to me a lot. Your communication, your skill level was amazing. You know I have great expectations from you, and I look forward to work with you.
Thank you.
I say congratulations, and I just find this amazing. All of you here supporting all the officers here. I think that says something all by itself, that yous are all here. But again, congratulations, and I know you do a great job.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ed. Thanks to all the police officers here tonight. Really appreciate it. That's a good show to show support for Ed, so thank you. It's great to see all of you here and taking the time to be here for him. I really appreciate that. And Ed, seeing you, the good job you did as deputy chief, and I know you do a good job as the chief of police. So thank you and congratulations and good luck.
Thanks, Scott.
Chief Clark, I'd like to thank you for keeping me from getting arrested one time in Springfield at a restaurant where I almost walked out with a suit coat full of silverware. Ed investigated it, found out that he was the one that put him in there, and had me take him out before I set off the metal detector on the way out the door. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, and go ahead.
Ed, congratulations. Look forward to our office working with you also. I see you have everything under control because every officer's here and no one's out there. So we have no crime going on, so that's wonderful.
We're all good.
Congratulations, very well deserved. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you from the mayor to city council for your unanimous support of both Heather and Ed on the appointments. And I look forward to working with you also, Ed, for the next 4 years. So congratulations to you. Thank you. Okay, moving on, that is all the agenda items under the mayor's report. I do want to say one thing. Thank you to everybody that came out last Wednesday. We had a work day in the Memorial Garden for our veterans and our police officers. And, you know, it's all volunteers out there that worked for about 3 hours to start to get the Memorial Garden ready for our ceremony on May 29th, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes here. That's it for the mayor's report. Any questions of the mayor, I'll certainly try to answer them. Moving on to city clerk's report, Vicki Hackney. Good evening, Vicki.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just a couple items on the announcements. The citywide garage sale is May 18th, which is this Thursday through Sunday, May 21st. The permit fee is $5. The deadline to get your information in to our office is 5 p.m. tomorrow evening. and the maps will be available on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Second announcement that the clerk's office is also having a shred day, again, June 17th, which is a Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at City Hall parking lot. Thank you to Abe Katz, Hillcrest Shopping Center, who is sponsoring it. And you can bring 2 to 3 boxes for your shred, and we will have volunteers available. Any council members, anyone that would like to volunteer, just let me know. We always appreciate the help. And that's all I have this evening.
Any questions of City Clerk?
Well, I don't have my schedule yet, but if I'm off, I'll be there.
Okay, thanks, Vicki.
Thank you, Mayor.
Moving on to our City Treasurer's report, our City Treasurer Glenn Conklin. Good evening, Glenn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'd like to report regular and overtime payroll from 4/17/17 through 4/30/17 in the amount of $187,627.24. We had a regular payroll that included first quarter comp time payout as well as some end of career settle-outs in the amount of $38,101.78. The only thing that requires action tonight from you is approval of our list of bills in the amount of $1,079,236.74.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Overland, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal for the list of bills. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Colda DiPietro.
Yes.
Barbara Scler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. There is one thing I'd like to mention to you, Mayor and Council. Thank you for your appointment and your affirmation by council of Russ Jones. In my role as city treasurer, I also am treasurer of the Police Pension Board. And Russ Jones is one heck of a guy, as Justin will testify, and came highly recommended by Jason Opiola. A really great guy and a really good custodian of that police pension fund. He and Phil DeShera do you guys a very great job, and I just wanted to publicly acknowledge Russ. I'll take any questions if you have them.
Any questions of City Treasurer? Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Moving on, unfinished business. We have nothing on the agenda. Anybody? New business? Anybody? Committee liaison reports.
Yes. I spoke with several people from the Czech American Congress today, and the 75th annual memorial of the Ladis atrocity will be held Saturday, June 10th, 2017, starting at 11 a.m. at Ladis Memorial Park on the corner of Prairie and Hosmer. It's going to be a rather large event this year because of the nature of 75 years. I understand they're inviting, I believe even some people from the Czech Republic will be there. We will have some sort of, hopefully if the weather prevails, some sort of refreshments provided by, also partially by some of the members of the Czech Republic. Frank and his crew that owned the restaurant up there, in tandem with us, will have more than just the normal cake and cookies type deal. They want to do some sort of little luncheonette, and they want to have it right at the park if the weather prevails. We're still working all that out. But they will be showing a movie after that, somewhere in between 2 and 2:30. The final time is not known just yet. They're ironing out the details with the Cinemark Movie Theater in Joliet, and this name of this movie is Ladis, and it's about the entire Ladis experience as it happened 75 years ago. And I haven't seen it yet. I'll be seeing it for the first time that day as well. But they will be, they're selling tickets to hopefully raise some money to offset the price of this, because it's rather pricey to rent this theater out. And they will be on Eventbrite. They still haven't hammered the final details of that out yet, but they're $10 a piece. But they will have some available that day at the park as well to go see the movie after the anniversary celebration, memorial, however you want to categorize it, and the refreshments. So we're still working all the final details out, going back and forth, but the ceremony itself will start at 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 10th. And I hope everyone who can come to it will come to it, because it is the history behind that park in our city and what it stands for is so important. And I think today, when everybody looks at our freedoms and how some of our freedoms are being kind of put in question areas, I think it's very important to remember things like the Ladise tragedy and what they represent. And the fact that that monument is in Crest Hill, Illinois, and that a developer all those years ago had the foresight and the compassion to erect that monument in our city. It really says a lot, and I think we owe it to our city and to the memories of all those that were murdered to go there and honor them, and this is a great time to do it. So I really hope people mark their calendars this year for it and attend it. Thank you.
Anybody else? Memorial Day. We'll be celebrating our 29th annual Memorial Day ceremony on Monday, May 29th, where we honor our veterans and we honor our police officers who are slain in the line of duty. It will begin at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There will be a pre-concert at 1:30 provided by the Frankfurt Brass Band. They will also be there during the program. We will also have our soloist for the 29th consecutive year, Anna Mae Lukancic from the city of Crest Hill. Our guest speaker this year is Dan Sizek. He is a Vietnam veteran, United States Marine Corps. If it rains, our backup plan is to move to St. Anne's Church Hall to hold the ceremony there. So everyone is invited on Monday, May 29th at 2 o'clock to join us to honor our veterans and our police officers. The program will take about 45 minutes. It'll be very respectful. It'll be a very sombering ceremony that we will have that day. There will be refreshments served afterwards, so everybody is invited to join us. A lot of people do bring their lawn chairs and sit under the shade. It can get pretty hot sometimes on the blacktop. So it is open to all the residents of Crest Hill and to our surrounding neighbors to join us to honor those individuals. With no other committees, we'll move on to city council comments. These are positive city council comments. Anything you'd like to share with your constituents? We'll begin with Ward 1 tonight, Alderman Dyke.
I'm not used to starting out. I'm usually
It's your lucky day.
finishing up things, but congratulations to everyone that got reappointed to all the committees. Also, congratulations to Dr. Early on his retirement, and congratulations again to Heather and Ed on your new positions, and that's all I have.
And Ward 2, Alderwoman Sclair.
Well, I too want to say congratulations, of course, to Heather and to Ed and to everybody that was reappointed. Pretty much the same thing you're saying. I'm going to repeat. Just congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, Heather and Ed. Also to everyone that was reappointed today or appointed again. And also I see Lori in the audience. Lori, what she does is, I know this is not her night, but I have to speak about that. She always sends stickers to my daughter, and I get a huge packet this weekend. I just wanted to know that your stickers, most of them, my daughter donated them to kids in Ethiopia, because our church sends mission trips there. And when I passed her wife a few months back, she asked for donation for school supply and stickers, and my daughter jumped. She goes, I have a lot of stickers. So if you continue on doing that, you're not just helping my daughter, you're helping kids in Ethiopia. So I want to thank you for that, your big heart. Thank you.
Ward 3, Alderman Oberlin.
Well, I want to also, congratulate all our people who are reappointed and newly appointed, and the new chief and our new female city administrator. Can't stress that one enough. I'm very excited about that. And good luck to all of you.
Congratulations, Heather and Ed, and all the commissioners that were reelected. Look forward to working with everyone.
Ward 4, Alderman Albert.
Well, everything's already kind of been said, but I want
Get
to
used to
say,
it.
I want to say good luck to Heather on your marriage, because that hasn't been said yet.
Thank you.
So good luck. Good luck.
Tom?
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight, of course, we had a lot of recognition, a lot of reappointments and all that stuff going on. And congratulations to all those people. I'm especially proud of Heather and Ed. Congratulations. And I think the city hit a couple of home runs tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, public comment. Anybody would like to address city council, you need to step to the podium, state your name for the record, your address is optional. Seeing none, to to our city administrator. Heather, is there a need for an executive session?
No, there's not, Mayor.
Motion to adjourn, Mayor.
Second.
All right. We have a motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderman Cola DiPietro for an adjournment. Roll call, please.
Barbara Scolaire?
Yes.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Tom Inman?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Marco Cola DiPietro?
Yes.
Meeting is adjourned at
And Scott
8:39.
Dyke.
Whoops.
Yes.
Meeting is adjourned at 8:39 PM. Thank you and good evening.
Okay, so I don't just like try to.
There's no cake today.
Like, closest to.
You know what?
Okay, so I'm gonna-